in Nigeria do not want to get their hands dirty, and it doesn't think they are interested in practicing agriculture. Like, what do you think can be done to motivate them or something? I think that's what he's trying to drive home at. So, Miss
Well,
Dodger, I was trying to read your question as well. I lost it. Please, could you type it back again? And who else must have typed question? Please try to type it back again. Sorry.
well, attending to that question, I think there, what he claimed is valid. Youth don't want to get their hand dirty. They don't want to really stress themselves. Agriculture practice or animal husbandry is not really appealing to them. But there are things that can be done to make this possible, to make this attractive, to make this welcoming to them. I was on a particular farm in Ogun State. Precisely, this is an initiative of former governor of Ogun State, Bukule Amosun, and it's a farm settlement in Awowo. And driving like 30 minutes into that off that express, we have that amazing farm settlement scheme. And in that place, we have mini flats, and on attached to each flat, plots of land where we have poultry built on it. Poultry on one side, I can't really remember the number of birds in a poultry pen. We have a fish pond. We have lands that is available for planting, and other acres of land all around. I have friends, like 2 or 3 friends on that farm. I lived there for some time with them, and I see what they do over there, and I feel like if this can be amplified, the housing is very conducive. The kind of life they want to live in the city is there with them. They have their DSTV. There's nothing they are missing. If they want to watch their football, is there. It's a micro community with good life. They are eating fresh food. They have everything around there, and it's one of the initiative is very fantastic in the sense that the government made provision for feed for them to cater for their animals, which at the end of the day they sell and bring back the money to the government after they've taken their own gain from it. This is very enticing. We provide accommodation for them, a suitable one, not just any house, and the kind of house they want to live in the city. And this is very welcoming. They have nothing to worry about. Even I think they try to supply light even into that environment, and they are doing very fine. Even up to now, they are doing very fine. I feel like government should emulate more of such projects with all the expanse of land that we have all around. They should create farm settlement scheme. Youths are ready to go there. Instead of complaining, they can go there Monday to Friday, Saturday, they are out if they want to come to town. And if they have the kind of life they want to live, it's there. And that's what that's what is obtainable in the foreign countries. There is dignity of labor. You don't look at a farmer as someone that is poor. You don't look at a farmer as someone that is illiterate. Whatever you do, there is the dignity of your labor, and there is reward for it. So the government should try and make it very enticing to them, understanding them. We have the youth of this age. They are computer age generation. Just make the life conducive for them. Don't make it look like it's a punishment to be a farmer. Create them a suitable environment.
To be honest, I think if not for recent times, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line now, it's usually not so fancy to tell somebody that you're practicing agriculture. I can remember way back in school when I personally did not apply to study agriculture. I did not even have it in mind that people used to go to study agriculture in school. I had other course options. Then along the line, I was for agriculture, and for a while, I wasn't even proud to tell people that I was given admission to study agriculture. Like, I was too shy or too ashamed to tell people that that's what I would eventually have to study. You know, especially being an A-list student and all way back in secondary school and all of that. Then I remember that to be honest, I don't know about now. In the university environment then, during my time, we used to be treated like second-class citizens. Like most of those who did the major professional courses then, now I believe agriculture is professional, but then those who probably were studying medicine, engineering, law, and the likes, they were like, who the hell comes to the university to study agriculture? And I vividly remember a friend's friend, like, you know, as students, you would have a group of friends. Some of them would not exactly be your friend, but be your friend's friend. Once looked at me scornfully one day in the hall. Like, you know, sometimes we share halls to write exams. And was like, I don't understand how someone will wake up every day in school and tell me she came to study agriculture in school. Like, she was insinuating that I'm probably just wasting my parents' money in school coming to study agriculture. It was that bad. I remember that even when after I used to say then that I'm not going to practice agriculture, that I just want to get this certificate and leave this school environment. Like, I'm so done. I used to say that. So imagine now someone who you used to know to be like, let me use the term, a big boy in school, a big girl in school way back, who studied maybe law, social sciences, English and literary studies. Then he goes into the labor market, he's trying to get a job, then you tell him go and practice agric. You'll be like, hell no, like, why would I do that? Like, it's a dirty job and all. I think there still needs to be sensitization. So people actually have the access to funds. I remember the lady we interviewed recently, Vivian of Landra Farm. She studied English language both at the undergraduate and the master's level. And of course she quite had some access to funds. But because she was able to pick interest in it and get sensitized and go and get some knowledge, she could have diverted the money into maybe running a fashion store or a spa or so many other things. So it's not, for some youths too as well, it's not as if they don't have access to funds and the likes of it. I think it just has to do with being sensitized and being encouraged and letting the whole world, the populace know that agriculture is not a dirty job or a job that you can't be proud of. I think that's another thing as well, to be honest.
I need to chip in line with that. A friend called me this afternoon after getting the notice of this program. He's in UK presently, and I saw him in Nigeria last year at a canteen. We just met. I've met him after like 10 years, and we just started talking. And he said he will be traveling very soon. Like he's based in UK. He didn't tell me what he was doing in Nigeria then, but I saw him that day. He was very dirty, and we just had the chat. And it was today he was now telling me, because when he saw what we were meant to discuss today, he said, "But when you saw me that day, I was coming from farm." He said, "I live here in the UK, but I have a farm in Nigeria. I do this, I grow crops, I do this, I do that." I said, like, wow. But if you don't tell me, I will not know. You just come to Nigeria, do your things. The farm is still running. You come and you go every now and then. And people will see you, will feel like you are UK, you don't know what you are doing. It's that time you let people know. You see the light and you are doing it. But if you don't let people know, people will be they will not be encouraged to do it. If you over here that you have the knowledge, you are coming down to there to do. What about people that are there that are not really seeing it by themselves? Then let it be open. Let people know what you're doing. Show it to them. Let them also
yes, now people have been looking up to you. You understand that this is what you do.
And something he said something about that stigmatization, that when people see him, like some people that are previous to seeing him doing agriculture, they feel like, what has happened to you? Like, agriculture is not a disease. It's not a disease. Something happened as far back as 2003. I was in College of Animal Health and Production. I was at a bus stop with a friend of mine, Ali. And we want to board the bus. When we entered into that bus, we saw two young chaps, a guy and a lady. And the lady, I think there was a conversation between them before we entered the bus. She was saying, never in my life, I can't ever go to that school of Agri. What are they doing? Never in my life. So, and that day, I don't know where I was going to a particular function. I was on a suit. And I just look at her like, and she looked at me, I said, can you imagine? Can someone like you go into that school? Can you imagine? And I said, lady, I am in ND2. I'm a student of that school. I even say the fact I'm the vice president of Association of Animal Health and Production, and she was shocked. Like she looked at me like, I said, that day I changed the orientation of that lady. That it's not the school that makes you. You are the one that will make the school. That don't just you can go to that school and make a new definition. We see people in agriculture. This is very silent. Our politicians are in agriculture on a low key. Our top politicians, they have farms, and it's on a low key. And just like it has been politicized. To the elites, agriculture is for the big guns. And to the people at the lower the lower space of the ladder, they feel like agriculture is for the poor ones. So there is that disparity, and the people at the middle are left dangling. They feel like, oh, if you don't have money, you don't go into it, and if you are very, very, very poor, that's when you go into it. It is not so. It is that time we bridge the gap and do what is necessary. There is food insecurity in the land, and we need to. The best the foreign country can do to us is to bring us canned milk, can bring us processed food, and it's not helping us. It's not going to help us. It is even weakening our economy. When we can even have it here, we can grow it and even send it to them because we have the quality that they don't have. So it is
you're right.
It's that time we change our orientation. We have to change it. It needs to be changed.
Yes. Thank you. Let me go through. Some people have been typing. Really Kitikete said most people excelling in agriculture today did not even study agriculture in school. I think yes, she was trying to buttress my point. Then Deborah says she has a comment. Before exploitation of agriculture product, the product has to be thoroughly examined through the, sorry, my network keeps taking everything away, through the department that is responsible for the HACCP, i.e. the Hazard Critical Control Point. But not everyone follows the procedure because of the costs involved in it. Okay, I think we're talking about export. Okay. So she just had to drop that comment as well.
Well, I think I'm still coming to that because I'm talking about the stakeholders' responsibilities. That is the aspect where government and the international community they have to come in. The international community needs to tell our own government the standard they require from us in terms of our produce for them to absorb them for export. And at the same time, our own government too should be able to make standard guidelines for production. And at that for the Nigerian government and the international body, there should be a synchrony to that's where the economy of countries comes in form of exchange, where the government will try to subsidize the cost that she's talking about. That's where government will shoulder that responsibility, trying to take off either subsidize or take off that responsibility from the farmer, so that it will be affordable to export, so far he has that quality standard that he wants to export. to the foreign country. So government also have a part to play to shoulder some responsibility in liaising
And
with
that's
the
where I'm
international
even
community.
going. Okay. My last
So
question for you today. It's what roles do government have to play in ensuring participation and sustainability of livestock farming?
I think what I just explained, I said a part of it, and also in conclusion of that, looking inward, our government still have so much to do in terms of provision of basic amenities, which is this same issue of light and good roads. When there is good road, there will be accessibility to rural areas where people can move into to do their farming in large scale and still be able to move out. And there will be a free movement and accessibility to all these rural environments. We are blessed with lands. We are blessed with natural resources. But the government just have to play their own part. Even also in aspects of funding. I know they every year they are funding, but it's not really getting to the grassroots. Maybe there is, I don't really know what is happening to it, but there should be, this fund should get to the grassroots where it will be maximized by these people that really needs it. And the government have that one as a responsibility. Nobody can do it. And they can, last week, Sheyi Adisa, Honorable, was, he talks extensively about this. What he's doing in his own constituency, he using his own political strength to bring in buyers to his people and assessing opportunities for them, and that is creating influence on the youth to go more into agriculture. So far, they know that whatever they produce will be taken off. So that is the role of the government in this, to influence participation of young minds in agriculture. So far they know that whatever thing they are producing, whatever thing they have as produce, we get back to them in monetary returns as a reward. So that is
Thank you
my take
very
on
much.
that for the.
Thank you very, very much. I would just like to say thank you once again. I would like to say thank you to everybody who has come up tonight to join us. I'd like to say thank you to all those who have contributed, those who have asked questions, those who have made comments. And I know that everybody will be going back home today with something to take back home in their palm, and something to not just take back home and rest, but work on. My word for everybody today is this: just start from somewhere. There is a whole line in the agribusiness value chain. Start from somewhere. I was saying the other time that I know somebody that doesn't have any capital. He goes to farms, talks to the farmers. Once their fish is ready for harvest, he takes some to the processor, processes them, sells them off. You don't have to rail if you don't have the money. And another thing is we have the knowledge, we have the strength, we have the agility, we have we are still sharp-minded, and we are still physically strong, even if we don't have money to put into agriculture. There are persons, individuals, organizations, and institutions that have the fund that can invest. It's all about you knowing your onions, doing your homework, investing in knowledge, and taking proposals to these persons and organizations, and they can invest in your ideas. So please, let's all work together. And another thing that is key, which Honorable Sheyi also said, is collaboration. He even went as far as saying that government listens more